Hello dear viewers, the conflicts in Ukraine not only unfold within geographical borders but also provide a new perspective on the complexity of modern warfare. The unexpected challenges faced by Russia and the resistance of Ukraine are shaking not only military strategies but also international relations and security dynamics to their core. Amidst this tumultuous process, the advanced anti-tank weapons provided to Ukraine by Western countries have profoundly altered the dynamics on the battlefield. The higher-than-expected losses of Russian tanks emphasize not only the power of military technology but also underscore the critical importance of defense strategies. In this report, we will delve into various perspectives on the Russian tank losses in Ukraine, examining in detail the impact of weapon technology, strategic vulnerabilities, and international support. Within this framework, we aim to understand how these events in the complex fabric of modern warfare not only affect regional but also global security issues. The significant tank losses Russia faced in the conflicts in Ukraine seem to be a result of various factors coming together. Military experts point to the fundamental reasons for these losses as the modern anti-tank weapons provided by Western countries to Ukraine, weaknesses in Russia's war strategies, and inadequacies in military dynamics. According to a declassified U.S. intelligence report, the Russian army started the war with 3,100 tanks, lost 2,200 of them, and had to fill the gap with tanks produced in the 1970s, leaving only 1,300 tanks on the battlefield. The International Institute for Strategic Studies, IISS, estimates that Russia lost more than 2,800 tanks by the end of 2022, indicating a loss of approximately 40% of its tank reserves. These losses became a significant factor contributing to the failure of Russia's military operations in Ukraine, significantly weakening Russia's ground forces. While the exact number of tanks Ukraine lost in the conflict cannot be determined, information from various sources suggests a figure between 1,000 and 2,000, implying a loss of around 40% of Ukraine's tank reserves. Tanks and other weapons sent by Western countries have increased Ukraine's resistance against Russian attacks, positively influencing the course of the war. Here are the numbers of tanks sent by Western countries. Germany, 14 Leopard 2 tanks, USA, 31 M1 Abrams tanks, Poland, 200 T-72M1R tanks, Czech Republic, 56 T-72M1 tanks, Slovakia, 30 T-72M1 tanks. So, why did Russia lose so many tanks? In the present day, the Russian army engages in warfare with units known as battalion tactical groups. These units typically consist of numerous armored vehicles and relatively few infantry troops. Despite focusing on speed and high firepower, these units become vulnerable when armored convoys come under attack due to insufficient infantry protection. The absence of Russian air patrols facilitates Ukrainian infiltration, making it easier to ambush Russian forces. According to ORC's data, half of the tanks Russia lost were either not destroyed or damaged. These tanks were either captured by Ukrainian forces or abandoned. Experts attribute this situation to logistical failures and the inadequacy of Russian soldiers. Nick Reynolds highlights factors such as poor driving, technical malfunctions, and soldiers' reluctance, pointing to the low to medium combat effectiveness of new and reserve troops in Russian units as contributing to the losses. Another key reason for Russia's tank losses in the war is the use of modern anti-tank weapons by Ukrainian forces, especially Javelin and NLAW missiles, which have had a significant impact. The shortcomings in Russia's military planning and implementation contribute to the vulnerability of Russian tanks. Additionally, the battalion tactical groups employed by Russian forces appear to focus on a fast but infantry-lacking attack strategy, leading to the abandonment or capture of Russian tanks on the battlefield. The 2,000 Javelin anti-tank missiles sent by the United States to Ukraine effectively target the weakest points in tank armor. According to Lockheed Martin, Javelin missiles aim to penetrate reactive armor by exploding on the upper part of the tank. However, It is observed that many Russian tanks are equipped with reactive armor designed to counter these missiles. The 3,600 NLAW missiles sent by the UK create an effective strategy by targeting tanks on their turrets. Nick Reynolds, a land warfare analyst from the Royal United Services Institute, RUSI, states, Javelin and Laws are very effective missiles. If it weren't for this lethal aid, the situation in Ukraine could have been very different. Now, let's take a look at the tank inventories of the two countries. When examining the prominent models in Russia's rich tank inventory, we find a history dating from the Soviet Union era to the present. The T-72, developed during the Soviet Union era, is the most widespread Russian tank still in production today. Equipped with a 125mm cannon, reactive armor, and an automatic firing control system, the T-90 stands out as an improved version of the T-72, featuring a more powerful engine, advanced armor system, and precise firing control system. Russia's new generation tank, the T-14 Armata, draws attention with unmanned turrets, active armor, and laser weapons. In addition to these, older models such as the T-62, T-80, and T-80U are also among Russia's tank inventory. Due to the tank losses suffered by Russia, it is known that they had to deploy T-62's, older models, on the battlefield. Ukraine's tank inventory consists of Soviet and Russian models. However, with the onset of the war, it has been strengthened by tank aid from Western countries. Among this aid are T-72 and Leopard 2 tanks. Other weapon aids from the West have increased Ukraine's defense capacity and contributed to gaining a strategic advantage in the war. Battlefield showdown of two powerful tanks, T-90 versus Leopard 2. Leopard 2 has a higher maximum speed compared to the T-90. Additionally, Leopard 2's armor is slightly thicker than that of the T-90. This implies that Leopard 2 has a better chance of survival. The T-90 is less expensive compared to Leopard 2. Furthermore, the active armor of the T-90 is more effective than the reactive armor of Leopard 2. This means that the T-90 is better protected against anti-tank missiles. In conclusion, both Leopard 2 and T-90 tanks are advanced main battle tanks with similar features that could make them significant forces in modern warfare. In summary, the Russian tank losses in the conflicts in Ukraine stand out as a reflection of the complex dynamics encountered on modern battlefields. The combination of advanced anti-tank weapons provided by Western countries, effective defense tactics, and strategic vulnerabilities has led to Russia facing unexpected resistance. The efforts of the Ukrainian army and international support play a significant role in this struggle. The logistical issues, technical challenges, and military inadequacies faced by Russia not only reveal the military dimension of the war but also highlight weaknesses in strategic planning. The lack of coping with the seasonal and geographical conditions of the conflict raises further questions about the sustainability of Russia's war strategy. In this context, the resistance of Ukraine and the support provided by the international community shape the dynamics of modern warfare. The developments not only prompt a re-evaluation of one country's, but also lead to a reconsideration of international relations and security strategies. Taking future steps for the establishment of peace and stability can present a significant opportunity to enhance both regional and global security.